Nobody expected a Netflix release to feel like a detonation. But on December 2nd, that's exactly what happened. A documentary quietly appeared on the platform, and within hours it stopped being a show and started feeling like evidence. The Reckoning didn't open with drama or hype. It opened with silence, blurred faces, long pauses, people struggling to speak. Then the footage started rolling. Security cameras, phone recordings, old messages, timestamps lining up across years. What viewers were watching wasn't storytelling. It was reconstruction. For decades, Diddy's name carried power, influence, protection. Whispers followed him, but nothing ever stuck. Until now, this series didn't rely on rumors or commentary. It let the material speak for itself. And what it showed was disturbing. A controlled world hidden behind fame, where fear replaced consent and silence was enforced. As each episode unfolded, the reaction online became impossible to contain. Social media didn't just react, it investigated. Clips were slowed down, audio enhanced, dates matched to old interviews people once laughed off. Suddenly, stories dismissed years ago were resurfacing with proof attached. The most chilling part wasn't a single accusation. It was how consistent everything was. Different voices, same experiences. Different cities, same behavior. Survivors described being isolated, pressured, monitored, and threatened. Their accounts didn't contradict each other. They overlapped. Then the documentary shifted. It reached back into the most controversial chapters of hip-hop history. Tupac, Biggie, deaths that shaped a generation and were never fully explained. The film didn't accuse outright. Instead, it presented connections, meetings, payments, phone records, and testimony that suggested these events weren't random. Viewers weren't told what to believe. They were shown enough to understand the implications. That's when the tone changed everywhere. News outlets stopped using cautious language. Legal analysts stopped speculating and started explaining consequences. Because what had aired wasn't just shocking, it was usable. Behind the scenes, Cassie Ventura's legal team was already working. They didn't see a documentary. They saw corroboration. Hallway footage matched sealed statements. Audio clips aligned with locations and dates from sworn testimony. Survivor interviews mirrored details Cassie had shared years earlier, long before public opinion shifted. Within days, an emergency filing reached federal court. It wasn't emotional. It was clinical. Time codes, transcripts, side-by-side comparisons. A clear argument, the court had never seen the full scope. Media coverage exploded. Protesters gathered. Hashtags spread globally. Former associates hinted at truths they once feared naming. Inside the courthouse, word leaked that the judge was personally reviewing the material. Then came the announcement. An emergency hearing. The most devastating moment wasn't dramatic. It was quiet. A timeline appeared on screen. Documentary material on one side. Court records, police reports, and testimony on the other. They lined up perfectly. The room understood before anyone spoke. When the judge finally addressed the court, his words were measured and final. The evidence revealed sustained patterns of abuse, coercion, and intimidation that fundamentally changed the case. The original sentence no longer reflected reality. The ruling followed. Life imprisonment. There was no outburst, just collapse. Diddy leaned forward as if gravity had doubled. Marshals stepped in. The defense froze. Years of influence dissolved in seconds. Outside, the story broke instantly. Inside, silence took over. Not shock, acceptance, the understanding that something irreversible had just happened. This wasn't a fall caused by rumors or headlines. It was the result of truth resurfacing, piece by piece, until it could no longer be ignored. The reckoning wasn't loud in the end. It was final,